All right, peasants, we are back on this Sunday. World Cup is here. All of you are queers. You guys should all be watching World Cup. We had some amazing games. Had Spain win against Saudi Arabia today 4-0. CEO say what's up to the fags. Or the
Uh,
whatever the hell we call them every week.
yeah. What's good, peasants?
You know what I'm saying? I'm waiting for Najee to show because wasn't he dick riding Haiti just for Haiti fucking get
Yeah, yeah.
They, oh my gosh. Who the fuck did they lose to? Oh my gosh. They got ass raped by Brazil. Then before that, they lost to Morocco. Was it Morocco? I forgot who
Uh,
they.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What's up, Daniel? How you doing? First one in the building. But CEO, World Cup is. Well, CEO before anything, CEO. Scotland. Well, not Jay. You know that's your fault for. But they got robbed. No, they didn't get robbed. You guys just fucking suck. You know what I'm saying? Come on, Najee. Come on, bro. Hey, I listen. Shout out to
Yeah.
Haiti.
What happened to Haiti, bruh?
Come on, bro. Najee. Oh wow. Copra. The Copra and Grania. They just tied it 2-2. Wow.
Cape Verde,
Cape Verde and Ugreria, whatever it's called. They just tied it 2-2.
Uruguay. Yeah, I'm surprised that Cape Verde is doing so well.
Yeah, facts. It was a handball in the box. There's video. Najee, miss me. Najee, please be quiet. Haha, CEO Knicks win.
Nigga,
BBC.
we talking about soccer. You all right? Sit over there, bruh. All right.
Be about a week late on that.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
CEO, your initial thoughts on the World Cup. You know, this is your first time paying attention to the World Cup fully. What are your initial thoughts?
I like it. I enjoy it. I think it's very. I think what I like about the World Cup specifically is I think that a casual like myself can really enjoy the games, and it doesn't take a lot of technical know-how in order for you to enjoy the games. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like I like the whole country versus country thing. You can get behind it. I like the whole, the shows, the whole like it's just the national pride thing. It's very fun watch. And you know what I like about it is that it doesn't drag on for too long. It feels like it's at like the games last just the right amount of time. You know
It's
what I'm saying?
it's in 90 minutes, so that's like an hour and a half plus extra time. So maybe like an hour and like maybe little over hour and a half, you know.
So it goes by quickly. It feels a lot faster than I guess it actually is. But I enjoyed it. Uh, I can see the hype around soccer because when I was growing up, I was like, yeah, like all these people like in soccer thinks, sucks balls. You know what I'm saying? Like, because Americans we don't really fuck with soccer like that. But now I'm understanding where the hype is coming from. Very fun sport to watch. I'll say that.
Everybody knows I've been watching a lot of Premier League throughout the year. So I always liked soccer before this World Cup. But man, this World Cup CEO has been fucking. I don't want to say people have been saying throughout the months that this is
Yeah,
going to be the best World Cup because Ronaldo's, it's Nibra, it's Messi's last World Cup. Obviously, got Mape,
right.
Hanley, but all the shit that's going on, it's like, damn. You know,
Yeah.
CEO is a homosexual, but yeah, well, yeah, CEO and myself are both homosexual. Like, bro, this is beyond. Like, this is beautiful. This,
I
like,
mean,
oh, go ahead.
yeah. Listen, bro. First of all, it's customary for Americans to shit on soccer. All right, so you're basically addressing like 90% of the country. All right,
90% of the country's homosexuals. I will say that.
so it's called we were brainwashed. All right, it's not our fault.
Yeah,
You know what
we
I'm
got
saying?
out of the programming, Brandon. All right. Uh oh, and no two because of Hanlon. Are you not rooting for Norway? Oh wait, no, you're rooting for Norway. Oh, speaking of that, CEO, is Ronaldo washed? Portugal struggled against DR Congo a few days ago, I think Wednesday, and they have an up and coming game against Uzbekistan. CEO, do you feel like Ronaldo's washed?
How old is he again?
41.
All right. Well, listen.
Doesn't
Like,
look one.
no, I mean he looks good. You know what I'm saying? Takes care of himself and all that shit, obviously. But I mean, yeah, he's yeah, okay, listen, because we have to define what washed is, right?
Okay.
Washed in comparison to what we should expect from Ronaldo, yes. All right.
Okay.
Washed in terms of like can no longer play by any like cannot no longer be competitive. I wouldn't say that. I think that if you compare it to like 28 2008, we got what was Ronaldo's prime was like what 2008 to all the way to like 2018
Yeah.
around
10
there.
years.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
right. So, if you're comparing him to that, then obviously dude's washed. Like it's like what I compare Ronaldo to like LeBron, right? In terms of this in this aspect. It's like is LeBron washed compared to LeBron like compared to Miami LeBron, is he washed? Absolutely. It compared to like can he no longer play the game of basketball at a decently functional level? No, he's not washed in that aspect, right? I think that that's what we're talking about with Ronaldo. He is 41, but uh, I mean, he this is normal. Like if you look at current Ronaldo, out of like 1 out of 10, maybe he's like a 6.5 to 7,
Mm-hmm.
closer to probably 6.5 out of what he used to be. And that's expected. Like he doesn't have the pace, the dribbling, kind of like the constant movement that used to make him crazy, right? He doesn't have that anymore. But again, bro, like he's 41. Like your body, even in soccer, that's not like I guess like a traditionally physical sport, your body still wears down from all the running your joints, right?
Absolutely.
Like you can't run that long without your body breaking down. So it's normal, but I don't think he's washed in the traditional sense. He's washed for Ronaldo.
I Ronaldo has taken a step back. He's 41, but also I don't know if you watched that Portugal DR game. Portugal fucking sucks.
Yeah, they
Holy
suck.
shit.
Yeah,
They like bro, I understand Dominicans. Do Dominicans like fucking soccer or is it baseball that they love?
baseball's number one in DR.
All right, so like, bro, okay, so if it was like a Mexican team or
Yeah,
something like that, then maybe I will understand. But like, bro, you guys, like, fuck, it's like it was basically like, hey, we're just gonna double Ronaldo and just let everybody else try to beat us, and they just fucking stunk. Other than this Menendez kid that they got on the fucking team who was half decent, they
yeah.
stunk. I'm like, fuck, and someone who's rooting for Portugal, I'm like, oh, I thought he scored right there. Oh shit, did they score? Was it offsides? Nope, never mind.
Who almost scored?
Ugraria, whatever the
Oh,
fuck.
Uruguay. Yeah, all right.
Uruguay, my bad. They're Democrat Republican. Democrat Republican of Congo, not Dominican Republic. My bad.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Okay. The Congo.
Oh, the Congo. Wait, Brandon, can I ask you a question, Brandon? Who's more washed, Ronaldo or the guy that you were complaining about last night? Because Ecuador played, and Brandon was complaining about Valachunas. Some guy with the name V. Who's more washed, the guy on Ecuador that you hate, or fucking Ronaldo? But
And by,
go ahead.
and by the way, it's like the Lakers making. Well, I mean, we all know Luca is like the guy, but it's kind of like the Lakers making LeBron, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like the centerpiece right now. Like forget Luca. Let's pretend Luca was still on the Mavericks, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like they're like, okay, we're still moving on with LeBron as the centerpiece. Like, is that a smart move? That's what Portugal's doing. They're like Ronaldo is the centerpiece. Like he's the guy. Like, is that a smart move at 41? I mean,
Well, I mean, see, they're Portugal. They're losing all their talent to Spain. like, I mean,
yeah, but it's like, I mean, they gotta they can do better. I mean, it's not like Portugal's always down bad. I mean, they could probably do something, prove better.
all right. Valencina, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, is more
Valencia?
washed, but he's not exactly a Ronaldo level player. He's more like an Iggy post Warriors. Okay. Now, see you. I made a video earlier this week saying if Ronaldo would have kicked, Ronaldo is a citizen in the United States. If he could would have came to the USA, and I'm not saying bring us to, if he would have helped us qualify for the 32,
Yeah.
that would help his legacy a lot. Your thoughts on that?
Well, if Ronaldo you like played his prime in the US, is that what you're saying?
Yes, or even now, because I do know we're gonna talk about the U.S. soccer, but even now, say like Ronaldo's like, you know what? Fuck Portugal. I need actually some help. I need to help some legacy. You know what I'm saying? Because it's gonna take a lot to catch up to Messi, to Pele, to all the greats. If he would have came to the U.S. and let's just say he got us to the final 16, which I don't think the U.S. ever has been, let alone a World Cup. Even if he lost, that would have helped his legacy a lot. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I can see it. I mean, if he first of all, if it was if prime Ronaldo played in the US, I feel like first of all he would have probably helped like make the sport more mainstream in the US. It probably would be more mainstream. Um, that'd be an interesting thought experiment. Uh, but like, yeah. I mean, of course, it's kind of like one of those things where it's like Portugal as a country is not very exciting. Like they're overshadowed by Spain consistently. So when you take major countries like I don't know, I guess like U.S., Germany, or something like with
Mexico.
Mexico with some substance behind it, like you always get more you kind of get extra points. It's like if someone took the perfect example, like the Congo to a World Cup. I mean, to a title that'd be impressive, but I don't think people would give you extra points for that, even though maybe they should, but they probably won't.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
yeah,
I say the U.S. because Mexico and Canada. I mean, they do like soccer, probably, but like when you take the U.S. to a World Cup,
yeah,
even if you lost, right, to whoever,
mhm.
bro, that's gonna go just legacy wise. It's like that's gonna be talked about for ages. Because let's be for real, CEO Americans not really into soccer, but like if Ronaldo was to do it, man, that would be
Now, I mean, this is a good segue to like to a new topic. I don't think we had included, but
what's up.
will soccer become a major sport in the U.S. soon?
Now, what's your definition of major sport? Do you the number one or just a
Top
top league?
three.
Yes.
Did you know, RJ, that it already is top three?
Yeah, I know that. We had a talk about that.
So, do you think because I think it overtook baseball, right?
Yeah.
So, all right, do you think that the soccer in the US can overtake basketball?
That's an interesting question.
And like the next, let's just say like next 10, 20 years, if they can overtake it.
In the USA, you're asking.
Yeah, in the US, right.
Man, I'm going to say this. All right. My
Okay.
answer is
Yeah.
no. The
All
only
right.
thing that's holding me back, only thing that's holding me back is that basketball is a very highlight sport. And as the attention span is going lower and lower in this country, uh basketball will always be more appealing to the youth because let's be for real, CEO, it's all about the youth. They're the
Right.
you know, soccer is an amazing sport, but it's not very in highlight sport, if
All
you
right.
understand what I'm trying to say.
Okay. Yeah, I get what you're saying. Do you want to look at some of the numbers?
Yeah,
Because it says the youth demographic among Americans aged 18 to 34. So I guess that's like the young category.
okay.
Soccer fandom has surged dramatically, reaching 22% in early 2026. It makes it highly competitive with the NBA's core young demographic. So already they're getting into that territory in terms of the young demographic matching the NBA's young demographic.
Where's the football at? Our football.
Oh, our football, yeah. unfortunately, our football is there's no way they can take that over. I'm looking at them. Like NFL is unfortunately, I guess, the number one king and probably will never be undone in the US. So
With that being said, I don't know. You know what, CEO?
yeah,
We're have to revisit this 4 years from now because I will say this World Cup
yeah,
has has so many star names in it.
right.
Obviously, now in the next World Cup 2030, I mean, obviously Messi, Hanlon.
Yeah.
How old is Harry King? Let me look it up right
Eric, what is it like in his 20s?
Harry King is 32. He still be around. He'll be 36.
Okay.
Harry King. So the big names will be gone. And obviously Ronaldo and Messi are probably the two most active, famous fucking football soccer players out there. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
It's just the reason why soccer is just hard because soccer is so hard to follow, unlike the NBA. Like soccer, you have
Yeah.
Premier League, you have La Liga, you got Copa America, you got MLS, there's just so much things to follow, and a lot of people don't want to do that. Meanwhile, the NBA is just the NBA.
Right. I mean, it says here that Gen Z, our generation, is outperforming previous generations when it comes to soccer. So, uh,
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Our generation is more open to it. And I mean, would it upset you if MLS or something like that became as popular as the NBA, or would you be cool with it?
the MLS specifically.
Yeah, if like soccer became like,
You know what, CEO?
big-
Yes. You know why,
all
CEO?
right,
Because people like you and people like Donnie who want to sit here and say, "Oh, World Cup should be more often," and World Cup should have 4 quarters. No, just leave World Cup as it is. Americans are gonna fucking ruin it just like they ruin everything else. So start hating soccer again, all right, people.
yeah, listen, I didn't. My thing was the World Cup
Ridiculous take,
should be more freaking. Donnie's take was they should have 4 quarters, and I was like, I like the time. I like the current time right now. I think it's
CEO.
perfectly fine.
What makes World Cup so special is that it's every 4 years. Listen, CEO,
Oh,
does
yeah.
it suck? Does it suck that you have to wait 4 years? Absolutely. But that's the joy of it.
No, I get what you're saying. I'm just all I said was if it was bi-yearly, I don't think that'd be an issue.
It
That's all.
would, CEO. It
Like
would.
every two, like 2 years, I think every 2 years makes it whereas like it's not as scarce, but it's not like plentiful either. Like, listen, and another thing, you have to factor that I didn't take into account all the other cups that exist, right? Because I'm a casual, so are a lot of people. Like, I don't watch like Copa Americana, Americano, or the European League Championship, right?
Yeah.
Uh, like, I don't watch those cups. So if you're like a hardcore soccer fan, like what I'm saying sounds stupid because they probably enjoy the American Cup. They probably enjoy the European League or them, and they're like, yeah, we got plenty of those. We're happy, and we can leave the World Cup as like this big event. So I'm talking about a casual. I'm not talking about like if you're a hardcore fan and you watch all the cups, then I can understand why you do not want it more frequently because you already have all the other cups.
Yeah, I CEO just leave it. That maybe you need to watch some Premier League. You need to watch some La Liga. You know what I'm saying? You're a big Haaland fan. Watch Manchester, and then CEO. If you make it every other year, Haaland's not going to play for he's not going to play for Manchester because he has to get ready for World Cup. I mean, see, I don't know if you know this, or I don't know if you heard me and Brandon talk about this, but Barcelona and Real Madrid, Mbappe and Liam Yamil, the kid
Yeah,
from the 18-year-old from
yeah, yeah,
Spain.
yeah.
Yeah, they didn't play in the championship game because they were getting ready for World Cup. It was in May. Obviously, World Cup's going on right now in June. So you're taking away a lot of stars from these leagues. And these leagues, I mean, once again, they rely on star power just like any other league. They're gonna hurt because there's gonna be a lot of kids that are like, I want to compete in World Cup. World Cup is bigger than all these fucking leagues combined. So
Okay, yeah, I completely understand that. Like he skipped out on the championship game to get ready for the World Cup. I mean, that sounds crazy to me, right? But like it's that big, I guess, right?
yeah,
So Yeah, all I say is teams that don't make it frequently, like Germany always makes it.
Yo,
Teams like Brazil always make it. Like, teams like Ireland have, like, Hornatero haven't made it for 24 years, so I kind of feel bad for them because
man, fuck.
they're fucked.
Hey, bro,
Like,
listen, bro, listen. Get better. How about that? Get better. RJ, what if the NFL decided to have the Super Bowl every 4 years? Would it bring more? Absolutely. Super Bowl every 4 years? You're damn right. Yes. Bro, I said this about the NFL season and why I'm against them extending the season. Less is more. Less is more. I used to make fun of soccer fans, CEO, and even soccer players when they flop on the field, when soccer players stab other people, you know what I'm saying? And listen, I'm not saying that's right. I'm not saying you should stab somebody over a soccer game, but it's like, damn, I watched for 3.5 years my team go through hell. Like if you're a fucking Ivory Coast, right?
yeah.
I mean, I watched my team, these players go through hell, and then in the World Cup we lose. In the final 32, we lose in the fucking group setting. We lose in the group setting, and now you got some asshole talking shit to me, and now I have to wait another fucking 4 years. I'll be pissed too. I'll be tight too. You know what I'm saying? Not saying it's right. I'm just saying I semi understand it. And then for these players, when they flop and stuff, first of all, I don't know if you know this as a CEO. A lot of the refs don't call the flops. They just say, listen, you can flop all you want. We'll call it when it's deemed necessary. But other than that, I can semi understand why they're flopping. It's because, damn, we have to wait another 4 years. So, I mean, it makes them work harder. You feel me?
Yeah. Yeah, and it's just like I get it because when you look at and by the way, the only way you can make the NFL to the Super Bowl every 4 years was if you like made the AFC and NFC their own like leagues, and then like that's probably the only way you could do that.
Yeah.
Like, all right, so because let's say for the average person, they'll view the average lifespan. Let's take away like years 1 through 8, right?
Okay.
Of a person's life. So you'll get to see 65 to 66 Super Bowls in your lifetime. Taking into account the average age that people live, right?
I thought it was 71.
No, yeah, but we're taking away year 1 through 8.
Year one. Okay,
Yeah,
so that's for
'cause
sure.
let's be
Okay.
honest, like anybody that says that they enjoyed the Super Bowl when they were 5 is fucking lying.
I
So,
100%.
so taking away years 1 through 8, like you'll see about 65 to 66 Super Bowls in your lifetime, given the average age. You'll only get to see 16 World Cups in your lifetime.
That's crazy.
That's fucking insane. And by the way, we already used up a lot of our World Cups because we weren't into it earlier.
Yeah,
So
man.
we got even less.
Yeah. So like that's beyond. Yeah,
No, yeah, you're right. No wonder niggas stab each other.
yeah, bro. For real. Nah, for real, bro. Like, listen, man. Just at the end of the day, but CEO, here's the difference, though. At least with me, I'm Italian and black, so they really don't like soccer. You're fucking Spanish. You have no right to dislike soccer, right? And you grew up around Dominicans, so.
Yeah, but soccer's big in Italy. Big in Italy. Yeah.
I don't see Italy in the fucking World Cup.
I mean, yeah, they're tight. They're tight about that, but yeah, I think it's the biggest there. But I'll say this. Yeah, I mean, listen, at least we learned it early. We're not like these old heads that never watched soccer and only watched what's it called, NFL all their life.
Italy loves soccer. They almost qualified, and they're former champs. Well, not clearly enough. You know what I'm saying? Also want to say, I think some of the reason why a lot of the youth are watching, or at least around people our age, are watching soccer. I think being in the U.S. does help a lot too. So
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that is true. Being in the U.S.
So, Brandon, correct us. So does the World Cup always have 3 host countries?
Yeah, wait.
Correct us if I'm wrong. Are there always 3 countries that host the World Cup, and is the USA always one of them? I just gotta ask.
The last time I watched, this wasn't my first Super Bowl that I watched. I watched one when I was like 11.
Okay.
And I was really into it. I played with soccer balls in my backyard too. I had like a weird phase it only lasted that year where I was like really into soccer, right?
Mhm.
And it was the whole like African World Cup with Shakira with the Waka Waka
Do it
Waka.
for Africa or whatever
Yeah,
it's
that
called.
one, that one. So
Makes
that means Africa's a continent. So they had like multiple countries host the World Cup, no?
Brandon said no. This is the first. So Brandon, so when Argentina won it back in 22, what country was that in? It used to be one nation hosted. Oh, okay. So I guess we're trying something new.
Yeah, I mean,
That is smart though. I will say this.
Qatar.
Equator.
Yeah,
Equator.
Qatar. What a waste. What
And
a
then
waste.
2018 was Russia.
I mean, I get Russia, but Qatar is what a waste. Who wants to go over there, bro? No offense, but 2014
2014
was
was
Brazil.
Brazil.
Yeah, no way.
Okay.
That's a public safety hazard. I ain't no way I'm going over there over the World Cup, bro.
No,
Those
Brazil.
Brazilians will kill you for soccer. So no thank you.
You know what I'm saying? So that's actually so wait, so this is the first time the US actually hosted. So I guess they're doing 3 countries. Maybe obviously they'll get more money. I'm just keep it real with you. They should have America be in it. Argentina won it in quarter, France won it in Russia, Germany won it in Brazil. Bro, those German players probably got the fuck.
Yeah, safety hazard, bro.
2010 was South Africa.
Oh, that's the one I watched. South Africa in 2010.
Okay, yeah. I mean, listen. 1994 was the last time the US hosted. Damn, so that's what over 36 years?
Yo, that means that if you wanted to watch, no wonder the ticket prices are expensive as fuck. Well, because next time they might like shit, we might be like 6 years old when they host it again.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy. Players was the country in the Middle East and the capital of Doha. They speak Arabic. What's up, Jordan friends? Yeah, appreciate that. Do you? Wait, so wait, I'm gonna ask you, Brandon, but I'm also gonna ask the chat. Do you feel like this 3 country thing will stay, or is this an anomaly?
Oh, let's see. Hold on.
Michael said it will stay. Who's this? Is this a skeleton?
Is that skeleton? And bro, if that's
Your
you
profile
know how
picture.
we knew that? We know because your profile stinks again. That's how we knew that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, this is a one-time thing. North America probably will be the only ones to pull it off correctly. I mean, Brandon does make it. I mean, because where else are you gonna put the? I mean, if you're gonna do 3 different, I mean, maybe Germany, Italy, and what's another good country they could put it in?
And they better not do some, but like putting it in Qatar, what a waste. Like putting it in, I mean, like Brazil, I get it. I guess South Africa's fine, I guess, but it's like
Maybe Spain, maybe so Spain, Germany, and Italy. Or maybe France.
yeah. Well, I mean, yeah.
Wait, hold on. Talking about not just saying in 2030, it will be Europe and Africa, Morocco, Portugal, and Spain.
Okay, I get Spain and Portugal, but Morocco, man, why do we gotta waste something on Morocco?
Morocco loves soccer. I will say that. And
Yeah,
obviously Europe makes sense.
yeah, they do, but it's like because you have to understand something. Like a lot of people travel because you got to think about like people traveling because a lot of Europeans travel to the U.S. and they to watch the games and they enjoyed it. First of all, the U.S. is safe for the most part, right? Like there's no like I've never had any like dangerous issues in the U.S. Like Spain, I'm pretty sure is safe. Portugal is safe. Like I'm not sure about Morocco. It's in Northern Africa. I'm not sure if that's safe, but like
Europe's safe.
Europe's anywhere in Europe is safe for the most part. But like if you put it in like it like I don't know. I mean Mexico's pretty dangerous, I ain't gonna lie. Like I wouldn't go there. But
Well, I mean they're having it now here. I mean in Mexico, so
look at the only good thing is that all these countries when they host the World Cup are probably like very security minded because they don't want to be on the news like, oh shit, tourists were killed while going to their country. So like they're probably on high alert. So I'll say that much.
We'll see. It's saying, well, Brandon said it's a one-time thing. Najee's saying they're gonna do it for three other countries. I mean, it is FIFA doing this, and FIFA is just like any other country. They want money.
Wait,
So
wait, RJ. I don't think I hate the three country model. You know why? Because it gives you more opportunity for like, because if you only did one host nation, there, first of all, you probably there's a lot of countries that a lot of people won't ever see in their lifetime
mhm.
hosted. I actually think that's fine doing the three countries because that way, like, let's say because I know that because we had Canada, Mexico, and the U.S. If it was only in Mexico, I can guarantee you a lot of motherfuckers would have been like, "Yeah, you know what? Maybe the next 4 years." You know what I'm saying? But because they had the option to go to USA or Canada, they're like, "Yeah, I'll go because because it's safer." Feel me?
Well, actually, one of my coworkers, her brother went to Canada to watch the. Oh my gosh, what game was it? This. Oh my gosh, what game was playing yesterday, CEO? Oh,
Uh,
Germany, and Ivory Coast. So
yeah.
that makes sense because he's out of the country. He's chilling in Canada. Canada is just a bunch of mooses and maple syrup and awesome kid
Like,
building airplanes and shit. So
yeah, I feel like you give people options because let's be honest, RJ, if you had a chance that you probably go either way, but if you had a choice, like if you got like tickets to go see a World Cup game, would you feel better going to Canada or Mexico?
Canada, not even fucking. I'm not
Yeah,
going.
exactly.
Even though I wanted to live in Mexico, but now reevaluating Mexico, get the fuck out of here. I don't got time for the cartel. I don't fucking got
Yeah,
time.
facts. No, exactly.
CEO, that means they would have to travel across country to country. I
Yeah.
mean,
But here's the thing: that's why they did it in countries that were close to each other, like Portugal and Spain are like right next door, and what's it called? And Morocco's because it's in northern Africa, it's very close to Spain. So they're doing it in like areas that are very close to each other. Like I have no problem with that. Plus, the players don't care. I'm just being honest; they probably don't give a shit.
I mean, they
Like,
do it every fucking. I mean, come on, bro. And also, the groups play in whatever country they play in until the final 32. So
yeah,
they're
and it's
just
not a problem for the fans because let's be honest, most like 90% of the fans can only afford to go to one game. They're not going to multiple games.
yo,
So
bro. It's like fucking $2,000 for like nosebleeds. That's like get the fuck
right,
out.
exactly. They're only going to one game. That's it. So
You know what I'm saying? But CEO, all right,
mhm.
we're gonna have to rank players. All right,
Right?
how they are currently right now. Who's the least and who's the best? All these players.
Currently, not like all time, obviously.
Yeah, currently, yes. Messi, Ronaldo, Harry King, Erling Haaland, Mbappe, and Yao Min Liam. All right, all the
So
best
are
players.
we including just the World Cup performances or like the year?
The World Cup performances.
Okay, so it's only the World Cup, not like the regular season.
Yeah, it's their World
All
Cup
right,
right now.
all
So how
right.
many were we talking about before? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's a so from 6 all the way to 1. Start off at 6.
All right. All right. Let's see. So going at 6, I'm a have to. Okay, going at 6, I'm obviously Ronaldo. Like let's just
Yeah,
be let's just be honest. Like I hate like I'm not a big Ronaldo fan though. Like he's a Hall of Famer and all that, but yeah, let's just be honest, it's Ronaldo.
yeah, Ronaldo. I mean, granted, he plays Tuesday. Maybe he, scores a goal, gets higher up in the list. Maybe he looks good. You never know. I will say this: Brazil tied with Morocco, and they came out and fucking whooped on Haiti, and then Spain tied with I forgot who they tied with, but they tied, and then they came out and whooped on Saudi Arabia. So I mean, hey, maybe Portugal will come out and whoop on Uzbekistan. And but yeah, Ronaldo, sorry, you are at number 6 currently. All right.
Right.
Number
Yeah.
5.
All right, number 5. Man, I hate to say it because I like this dude a lot. Probably one of my favorite players. It will always be one of my favorite players since he beat up on that tiny hats. But I'll say, Erling Haaland. was probably number 5. Um, you know, he did good. Like he did really good. I'm not saying that he is a player, but the thing is, I want to point something out. I think a lot of these players did really good. Now you could swap out. Wait, hold up. Oh, what am I thinking about, bro? I forgot about the kid. Right, we're ranking the kid, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you know what? I could put Yamal at number 5 because I forgot we're ranking.
I mean, he just scored today, so I mean.
Oh, okay. Well, listen, Holland. Either way, Holland. I like the guy. And by the way,
Wait, you're putting Holland number 5?
I want to put him at number. Because
who's your number 4? Who's your original number 5?
My original number 5 is Holland, but I didn't rank Yamal. I forgot to do that.
I didn't rank the kid from Spain.
Yeah, I forgot to rank Yamal because I feel like Yamal could go at number 5, but like, what do you think?
I will put Yamal at number 5. Now, granted, the kid's only 18, so he's chilling.
No, I'm not trying to go hard on him, but I forgot to rank Yamal because he definitely would be at number 5 if I had to switch it up.
I agree.
All right, who you got number 4?
Number 4, I'm going to have to put. I'm gonna have to put Harry Kane.
Actually, yeah, I had him at number 4. Yeah, Harry Kane. Yeah, he opened strong over Croatia. So, and by the way, the U.S. has been defensively have been really good. Like they've been bad defensively over the years. They've been pretty good.
Yeah. So speaking of that, so we have Ronaldo. Then we have you putting Yamal at number 5.
Yeah, because I forgot to rank
5 Yamal, number 4 Harry Kane. We're in the top 3 now. All right.
Oh man, I hate to say this, bro.
Who's your number 3? See.
Well, I didn't have a number 3 because Yamal, but I guess I'll put Howland number 3, right? That's probably where you have him.
Yep.
But unfortunately, come on, we already know who number 2 and 1 are.
Well, it depends on who we're ranking them. Is Messi or Mbappe number 1, CEO?
I got Messi. Like you score. Like the reason I got Messi is because he scored a hat trick. That's impressive as fuck, right? Well, according to people that know soccer, it's impressive, right?
Yeah.
And yeah. So he scored a hat trick, and plus he's like almost 40. That's really impressive. I hate that I put it. Mbappe. He's number 2. He looked really good, even though I think he's a prick, but he looked really good. And the only reason I didn't put him at number 1, even though I think most people would generally put him over Messi, is the hat trick. Like I guess the hat trick is kind of like the equivalent of a triple double, maybe in basketball.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you got to give it to him.
I'm going to put Messi at 2 and Mbappe at number 1. Mbappe is just in the prime of his career. Guy's 27. He has he's 27, so 31. He has about maybe 3 more. I mean, he's one of those guys he's one of those Ronaldo, Messi guys. He could play until he's in his late 30s, so he probably has about maybe 3 max World Cups. He's got 31. He'll be 36. Yeah, 31, 35, and then 39. So yeah, that's 3. So listen, Messi's great. He's great. But Mbappe, man, you can tell the difference. Messi is going up. As of now, no. Guys, you guys have to realize, yes, I understand Messi was phenomenal. But hat tricks, I mean, come on, bro.
Well, wait, but as the World Cup progresses, we can always update the lists because it'll change.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Well, it depends on who gets eliminated, but I'm assuming a lot of these guys are going to make deep runs, so we could always update the lists.
Agreed. By the way, and then a tie. So Spain, so Spain's probably gonna win the group. You great, and Cape Verde ended in a tie. So, wow, Saudi Arabia fucking stinks.
Yeah, I mean,
oh my gosh.
Yeah, so Uruguay and Cabo Verde, is that like a surprise? Because Cabo Verde is on nobody's radar, right?
Yeah, I know. I didn't have Cabo. Yeah, I thought they were nobodies, and they scored 2 goals. That's crazy.
And okay, so Belgium and Iran tied today. Is that like
Yeah.
surprising?
Belgium, Iran. No. Ukraine had a 90% chance of winning. Wow, that's crazy, and they tied.
Shout out to Cabo Verde. I mean, like let's be honest, like 90% of the population didn't know you existed to like today. But I'll say this: uh, I where is Cabo Verde?
I have no. You asking me, nigga? The fuck out of here.
No, I'm talking
I
about
will
the
say
chat.
this.
Hey, yo, chat. Where's Cabo Verde, bro?
I will say this, CEO. Ties matter in soccer because sometimes a tie can be a loss for another team. Like prime example, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Capo Verbio, right?
yeah.
Oh, there's a shit ton of Capo Verdeans in Boston. Shout out to them in Africa. Okay.
Oh, okay.
But Capo Verbia, like they're celebrating right now. They're happy as fuck they tied. Meanwhile, you're gray is fucking. They're sad as shit right now.
Right. So you want to go over like the teams that have looked good thus far, or like the disappointing teams and stuff like that,
Let's wait until next week. All right.
or you want to do like current power rankings, or you want to wait till next week for that?
Next week because Portugal will probably below, but say like they come back. So
Or we'll do power rankings next week. Thanks.
you know what I'm saying? Yo, listen, y'all gonna have to get used to the fuck out. I know I can't pronounce shit, so shut the fuck up, fags. All right. Brandon, you have no right to talk. Ecuador stinks. All right. Had to hear all fucking year about Ecuador this, Ecuador that. I think you guys are bottom in your fucking group. All right. Oh yeah, CEO. We got New Zealand and Egypt. My boy Mohamed Salah coming to the MLS soon, CEO. I get to watch him locally. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yes, Gavin used to fucking glaze solid.
You know what I'm saying? Which I understand why. And speaking of that, let's get into some NBA talk, CEO.
All right.
The LA Lakers are not expected to give LeBron James the max deal. Your thoughts on that, CEO?
That's, I mean, in my opinion, I think it's a little bit because everywhere LeBron goes, he demands the max contract.
Yeah.
But they shouldn't. They should move on from him, and I think that's the way of saying they don't want him anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the right move because you gotta build around Luka and see what you can do with that. Like LeBron is just not the future anymore. He's already he can retire any minute now. Like he needs to either go to like I guess Cleveland and have like a retirement tour or something.
Yeah.
And call it wraps. And by the way, it wouldn't be bad because you can play with Mitchell and you can play with Mobley, and it'll be I think it'll be with LeBron there, it'll be a good competitive team. So like do a retirement tour with your original team and then call it in. You don't need to be in LA. Like you can move back to LA obviously, but you don't need to play there. They don't want you there anymore. And by the way, I think that LA in general probably never really fully treated LeBron like part of their own. So they always you always had a faction of LA fans that kind of disliked LeBron. So you can always go back to Cleveland when they like you.
I mean, now shout out to Brandon. He's in the chat. He did bring up a good point. Maybe LeBron asking for the max is him saying like, I don't want to come back. If I do come back, I need the max. And if they don't resign him, they're like, hey, listen, I asked for it. They didn't give it to me. So
Listen to you, Brandon. Brandon said, bet that motherfucker's name was the Quandre. He pronounced it.
You're damn right. You know what I'm saying? Brandon, don't get mad at me, bro. You know what I'm saying, Brandon? Brandon's still upset that I fucking roasted him all last night about Ecuador. You know what I'm saying, bro? The team is fine. Listen, you're about to play Germany, bro. You're about to get emasculated. Brandon, don't even watch the game, bro. You know what I'm saying? Is what it is, but listen, it's time listen, if I'm the Lakers, I'm literally saying, listen, LeBron, it's time to go. You're wasting Luka's prime. He's 26. And clearly Luka doesn't want him there. He doesn't. He wants his own team. This guy was just in the finals a couple years ago. Just a couple years ago.
Right.
And, like, it's time to move on and build around Luka. And LeBron's just like, bro, like CEO. LeBron has his coach on the fucking team, JJ Redick. It's time to get LeBron up out of there, get Bronny up out of there, get fucking JJ Redick up out of there, and start brand new. Luka smack dab right in the middle of his prime.
Yeah, that's true. And maybe you can get like a competent coach now that he's gone. So,
I mean, come on, bro. Like, miss me with that. It's like, can we? CEO, it's been 7 years now, or 6 years now. No, 7 years. Because he went there in what, 2018, CEO?
Yeah.
All right, no, this is a good question. Just off the top of LeBron James with the Lakers, success or failure?
I guess you could say because they did get the bubble championship, right?
Yeah.
So you could say that's a success. I don't think that, like, if you're realistic, I mean, did they think they were getting multiple championships with LeBron in LA? I don't think so. So, I guess as long as he got one for them, I think that's good enough.
All right. Let's talk about.
So I call it a success.
His first stint in Cleveland from 04 to 2010.
Yeah.
Would you take that, LeBron? Would you take that career run or the Lakers' career run?
Okay, from 04 to 010?
Yep.
Oh, shit. Yeah, I think I'd probably take 04 to 010.
All right. Miami from 2010 to 2014. You taking that or the Laker run?
Yeah, I'm taking the Miami run.
All right. Cleveland from 2014 to 2018. You taking that run?
I'm taking that run too.
So this is the league. So, CEO, I'm going to say it's an unsuccessful. You know why?
All right.
This is fact. This is the longest tenure LeBron James has been with any team. Consistently. Obviously, he was with Cleveland multiple years, but consistently. One championship, CEO. 2 conference championships. You got to win. But at the same time, it's kind of a failure, bro. And the team's built around you.
Yeah, I get where you're coming from because if you compare it to his other runs, it's pretty lackluster. Yeah.
Like, come on, bro.
But I kind of like when he joined the Lakers, you kind of knew that he was about to become a veteran and not as in his prime. Like even then, because I think when he moved to LA, how old was he? Like 32 or 33?
I think he was 36 or 37, somewhere around there.
Yeah, so he was already like old. So it's like people already knew that you weren't going to get a lot out of him. But like the bubble champion, like at least I think that, like, I don't know. I feel like the expectations of older LeBron was like apparent that he wasn't going to bring you multiple. But now the thing is, when he was in Cleveland, it was like every single year he went to like the championship or the finals, right? It was like in the he just dominated the East for so long, and that became the normal. When he was with the Lakers, that didn't like how many times did he make the finals? Once. So yeah, you got a point in that aspect. Like we've come accustomed to LeBron making it out every year. He won't win it every year, obviously, but he made it out all the time. So I guess if you're measuring it from that like metric, then yeah, it's very underwhelming.
I mean, but CEO, we also take into account that he's had full access to the roster and the coaches. That has to add on to the field. It's like, okay, bro, you kind of had the same access like you did in Cleveland. Only one championship?
Yeah.
Everybody blames Darvin Ham and Frank Vogel, JJ Redick, Anthony Davis, Russell Westbrook. It's like LeBron greenlit it. He was the guy until they got Luka. He greenlit it.
That is true.
He deserves some type of blame.
Yeah, they called him La GM for a reason. La GM.
La GM. And Le GM with the Lakers, it was a failure. So I'm just saying, like, listen, he got a ring, understand that, but I look at his other runs as like, damn, bro, like this wasn't really like LA LeBron. It wasn't. I mean, and it hell, CEO, you always got those people who really don't count the bubble ring either.
Yeah, that is true. Nah, I know we do because it opened like up, paradox with the box and shit. But
Yeah,
like, it's been underwhelming out of all his teams. But I felt like, kind of like when LeBron left to go to LA, you kind of felt like he was going there to retire, not like really to win.
all right. Now, CEO,
Yeah,
I got a question. So, will I get copyright if I show somebody else's live stream or podcast?
I mean, it depends on who is it.
It's Whitlock.
No, I never seen anyone get in trouble for that.
Because we talked about, so obviously, Wembanyama not shaking hands with the Knicks was a big story, CEO, right?
Yeah.
And Jason Whitlock had Isaiah Thomas, the great Isaiah Thomas from the Pistons, come on the show. And Isaiah Thomas had a completely different take on Wemby not shaking hands and stuff like that. And I wanted to show it on stream, get both. I already watched it, but to get both our reactions from it, because I actually kind of agree with Isaiah Thomas on this. So I see Whitlock, to fucking strike me down for showing some of his live stream.
No, I don't think he does that. He doesn't do that. Like if this was like ESPN or Disney or something, I'd be like, fuck no. But I don't think the Blaze does that.
All right, shoot. It's a little long clip, so I hope you're sitting back relaxing. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
So this is Isaiah Thomas's, and I'm gonna chime in right after to kind of give context, and then you give your opinion. So this is Isaiah Whitlock and Isaiah Thomas talking about Wemby not shaking hands, Wemby not shaking the hands of the Knicks afterwards, losing the finals. And we're gonna get Isaiah Thomas's opinion right now. Let me know if you can hear this.
For analogizing it, you and the Pistons walking off the court. Was it the Celtics or the Bulls? I can't remember. Anyway, do you have a problem, like I do, with Wembanyama walking off the court without congratulating the New York Knicks?
I would say this: there's only been one non-handshake that has been memorialized in sport. We've seen a lot of non-handshakes by great players. And I'm going to go back just to the era that I played in. Whitlock, I want you to find me the film footage of Magic Johnson and Larry Bird shaking hands at the end of the NBA Finals loss. And when you find that film footage, let me know. Now, I grew up in the 80s, and, teams lost and they left the court. Now, Jordan and the Bulls beat us, and, we were leaving the court. Back in those days, you went in the opposing team's locker room after the game, and you shook hands and everything else, especially if you lost on your home floor. Because on your home floor, you didn't want to stand around and watch the other team celebrate on your home floor. You went to your locker room, you left, and you gave them the grace. You gave them the grace of celebrating on your floor without you having to stand there and watch it. That's what I remember. Now, what y'all memorialize and what y'all talked about is kind of BS, right? I've watched Brady and Manning not shake hands after games, right? I've watched, a lot of great players walk off, don't shake hands, whatever. But the only one that y'all memorialize is the Pistons. Tell me if I'm wrong.
I can't say you're wrong. I know you've given it far more thought than I have because you lived the experience. And so it's impossible for me to debate you on that right now. And I don't want to re-argue you and Jordan and the Bulls. So let me just ask you, you have no problem with Wembanyama after all them cheap shots, after all the just all the extra stuff he did, he gets to walk off the court and lead most of his team off the court where they gave no congratulations, showed no one player, Luke Cornett, showed the Knicks any respect.
I think the focus should be on the Knicks winning and celebrate. That's where the focus has always been. The focus has never and should ever be on the loser in terms of what the loser does. The focus has always been on celebrating, uplifting, and watching the winners win in victory. What they do, how they act, and that's how you elevate in the sport. The loser, he walks off and he lost. That's the era of sport that I grew up in. Things changed when y'all wanted everyone to all of a sudden be nice because I don't even go there, but that's when it changed, right? And that's when y'all start talking about, oh, you didn't shake hands. You never said Magic. Why didn't Magic shake Bird's hand when they lost? Why didn't Bird shake Magic's hand when they lost? You guys never, ever, ever, ever had that conversation. I was there. I watched every single contest. You guys never brought that to the forefront until this era of basketball after you criticized the Pistons.
So let me...
Now tell me if I'm wrong. Now don't just skip by it.
I cannot say you're... Look, Isaiah, like I said, I cannot say you're wrong. I cannot say you're wrong. You're fair.
Did you ever criticize Bird and Magic for not shaking hands after a championship game?
No, but I was a kid then and wasn't in the media in the 80s, and I was rooting for Magic Johnson, and so there's no telling what I was thinking at that time.
Okay, so you were rooting for Magic Johnson. When they lost to the Celtics, did you see Magic Johnson go shake Larry Bird's hand?
No, and I'm glad he didn't, because back then I didn't like Larry Bird.
I'm just saying, and I can't believe you didn't like Larry Bird, and you from Indiana.
It's crazy.
You know that?
It's crazy.
How can you say that?
Well,
you truly are conflicted as a man. I understand. You grew up in Indiana.
All right. So, Zio, did you hear all that?
Yeah, I heard all of it.
All right. So, just for my context, and then you can give your thoughts. What Isaiah Thomas is basically saying is that, listen, he doesn't understand why there's a big deal, just in anything, about why the loser doesn't shake the opponent's team's hand. And Isaiah's saying, listen, at the end of the day, it's a competitive sport. You just lost, especially at home. Mm-hmm. You're going to have some feelings. Like, you're watching the other team celebrate on your court, and you lost. And to a certain extent, I agree, CEO. Now, CEO, I don't know if you heard the jab that he said. Isaiah Thomas took a jab at the media and fans when he said it wasn't for y'all where y'all wanted to make everything friendly. And I found that in a deep meaning, because whether old heads, new gen, whatever, from young fans to old fans, some of them say, well, we want more competition, we want more fire, we want the 90s. Well, that was just something or the 80s and 90s. That's just Wemby just did something in the 80s and 90s and is getting shit on now. Meanwhile, Magic and Bird never shook hands. Wilt and Bill Russell never shook hands. Kareem and Wilt never shook hands. Tim Duncan and Kobe never shook hands. So and CEO, once again, is Isaiah Thomas trying to cover his ass for what happened in 88, 90, 89? Yeah, but at the same time, he makes a good point. And CEO, I don't know if you know this, but Isaiah Thomas was ridiculed and has a belief that David Stern had it out for the Pistons back then and made a big deal about them not shaking Jordan's hand because in the 80s, they wanted Jordan to kind of be take the torch from Bird and Magic, but obviously Isaiah Thomas's Pistons put the kibosh on that for at least 2 years. So I kind of lean towards where Isaiah Thomas is going with. Your thoughts, CEO?
Yeah, I understand the logic. Now, I think that a lot of people with the whole Wemby situation, and I think I include myself in this camp to a certain degree, is where I think the perspective of a lot of people playing devil's advocate here is that a lot of people look at it's just not only like the handshake. I think they're looking at Wemby's whole like, attitude and his whole the way he's carrying himself throughout the playoffs. And by the way, which would be fantastic. But here's the thing. And there is no judgment or final verdict on Wemby yet. And so this is open-ended. But this is one of those things where the way Wemby acts, it's like he's like, yeah, I'm the next Jordan. I'm the Lex LeBron, even though I don't think LeBron ever took it to that extreme, right? But like I'm like, I got next. I'm the next Kobe, whatever the fuck. Like I get where he's coming from and he believes it, which is what you should do as an athlete. But at the same time, it's one of those things where like you have to, it all depends on what he does next, right? Because in the upcoming years, if let's say next year he doesn't make the finals, right? And then the next year after that, he doesn't make the finals, right? Mm-hmm. Now, you can still say, yeah, he's young. Jordan didn't win until, I completely understand that. But the thing is, like, it all depends on winning because that attitude that he has in terms of like, and it's not only the handshake. You can point to like the I guess some of the cheap shots. You can point to some of the what he said, like, oh, we're in their head, or after like when they were up like 20 plus points and then they choked it, or when he said like, yeah, we know we're better than them and like everyone knows we're going to be back. It's not that big of a deal. When he said things like that in his press conference after a loss, so like it rubbed the people a lot like the wrong way, and it rubbed people the wrong way because it's like if you're going to talk shit, you got to back it up, right? Mm-hmm. Now, again, he's still only 22 and it's still open-ended. Now, if in the next 5 years, let's say he does not win the championship yet, right? We're 5 years in. Now you look at that attitude a little bit differently, right? It looks less like Jordan. It looks less like Kobe. I'm not going to put LeBron in that category because I don't think LeBron ever behaved like that. But it looks less like that, and it starts looking more like playoff P. You feel me? Like it starts feeling more like, nigga, shut the fuck up and win already. Or if not, behave yourself. It kind of feels like that. Like people only accept that competitive fire when you're winning. And I think a lot of people only accept these like unsportsmanlike behavior, right? If you win, if you're dominant, if you're doing this. Now, again, he's only 22. He's still open-ended. Like if he wins next year or the year after that, and he still has that attitude, then all this goes out the window, right? Yeah. So I think that we can't make a final verdict on it, but I think you'd agree. If we're like in the next 5 years and he still hasn't won anything, I think you'd view his attitude a little bit differently.
So he's 22. Next 5 years, he'll be 27. So right. That will mean he'll be entering right in his prime mentally and physically, because he's physically in his prime, obviously, but mentally right. He's still not there yet because he's only 22.
Right.
So at 27, 28, if he doesn't win or he comes up short in multiple years after that, then we can come back and look at this. Because, I mean, LeBron didn't win until he was in his late 20s. Same thing with Giannis, Joker, a lot of other people, Jordan, whoever. But I understand why people – it's just – my thing here is this, CEO. What are your thoughts on people who sit here and say, we want more rivalries, we want more – we're tired of the friendliness of the NBA. Now, Wemby does the complete opposite of it, and he's shitting on it. Your thoughts on that?
No, I agree. Like, I don't have a problem with it in terms of like, oh my God, how dare he? Like, he's defiling the purity of the sport. Like, that's not my perspective at all, right? Like, it's one of those things where, yeah, I welcome the rivalry. I welcome, even though I don't think that the thing when they compared Magic to Bird, I'm like, that is, if not the best rivalry in all of the NBA, right? It's definitely up there, but it's probably the best, right?
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, the Knicks and the Spurs will not be rivals going forward. They just won't. And like, they're not going to be like it's not going to be like a Magic versus Bird situation. I think you'd agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I get it. He's mad. He lost. Like, they did not win one single home game. Like, I understand his visceral reaction of not like shaking hands because he's like he hates it and he's disgusted by it, and they're celebrating in his home court. I'm not gonna go on a crusade hitting on Wemby because of that. I think it's more of accumulation of everything he's done to this point. And by the way, yes, you should welcome it and all this, but at the same time, it's kind of one of those things where like a lot of the hate does stem from like OKC fans, for example, right?
Yeah.
And because a lot of them are like, well, people shit on my player all the time, and it's, but they don't shit on Wemby for being an asshole. And I kind of get that to a certain degree. But at the same time, we have to see, because I think you agree, like, tough talk, being very arrogant is completely fine, but you got to back it up at some point. At some point, because if you don't do it at some point, you end up looking like the playoff peak.
I agree 100%. Yeah, I agree 100%. I will say this for all the OKC fans who shit on Wemby. It's like, okay, I rather have a player who's an asshole versus a player who's actively just ruining the game with his nonsensical flopping horse shit. Because Wemby being an asshole, okay, fine. He's still gonna go out there and play basketball, and he's not gonna try to cheat the game. SGA just being a bitch. Speaking of that, where the fuck's little Nick at? I haven't seen that nigga all day.
Yeah, facts. Right, hold on, let me put him in my dog.
All right, go ahead. But SGA just flopping around is just ridiculous. It is beyond ridiculous. But speaking of that, actually, while CEO gets back, we'll be talking about we will be talking about something else when CEO gets back. But at the same time, it's like, at the end of the day, you can't compare the two. Which, by the way, shout out to OKC. You know what I'm saying? I know that might sound crazy for me, but I seen an Instagram reel saying OKC fans, they took care of the Pacers for us, and we took care of the Spurs for us. So, shout out to OKC. You know what I'm saying? Lil Nig is unfortunately not here. Lil Nig, you better timestamp this and replay it. I have to replay it because obviously you're not here, but I understand. I get it. At the same time, Wemby, we're going to see what happens with Wemby. We're going to see what happens with that whole Spurs team throughout the whole offseason and stuff. So we'll see with that. CEO.
Yeah.
Speaking of winners, CEO.
All right.
Jalen Brunson, CEO.
All right.
Where does he rank of point guards of all time?
All right. So this is interesting, right? Because I want to point something out, right?
All right.
Championships are very important in this sport and on most sports, of course. But when ranking all-time players, you have to like individual like activity, like MVPs or stuff like that, NBA, all that matters, because at the end of the day, like, basketball is technically a team sport, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you will get credit for the championship if you're like one of the main architects of winning the championship. But like, other things count as well when ranking all time, because this isn't like tennis or fucking golf, right? This is technically a team sport, so that will be taken into account. But we have to rank other factors as well. So with that taken into account, we can start naming the players that are.
Well, I got you right now, CEO. I'm on Pro Basketball Reference.
All right
now. So we're going to start from number 10 and work our way up.
All right.
And let's see we're gonna have some names in here that we're gonna have to agree. So is Jalen Brunson a top 10 point guard of all time? And we're starting off with number 10, Steve Nash.
Okay, so the thing with Steve Nash, right?
All right.
Looking at his
You gotta be careful, see y'all. T-Ro's in the East Coast right now, so he can get to us.
Yeah, he can. Yeah, now he is. Well, I didn't know he was born in South Africa. That's crazy. But he's a two-time NBA MVP.
Yeah.
He has 8 All-Star selections, 7 All-NBAs. He led the league in assists 5 times, and he's a Hall of Famer currently, right? So from a career aspect, is his career more impressive than Jalen Brunson as an individual, right?
All right.
Like, I guess you could say, according to his accolades, probably. Because now let's compare them to before we input the championship. We're just looking at the individual statistics. So for Brunson, he has multiple All NBA selections, and
actually, I should have Brunson's thing up here too.
Yeah, you should.
All right. Pro Basketball Reference. Look up his stats. Jalen Brunson. Right here.
All right. So he has multiple All NBA selections, and the majority of his accolades come from just recent, right?
Yeah.
So he's a NBA championship finals MVP, Eastern Conference finals MVP. So the majority of his accolades come from this one championship.
Mm-hmm.
So, so when you're looking at that, because he has something Steve Nash doesn't, and obviously that's a championship. Now, his individual accolades are not as impressive as Steve Nash, right? His individual accolades. But now this becomes a situation where you're saying, what do you slightly value a lot more? Well, Jalen Brunson's, how old is he? Like 30, 29 or 30?
20, I should say. He's in his late 20s.
All right, so he still has more time. He could probably win some couple more selections. So you got to take that into account. Like, I feel like it's very close, but if they're both the same size, roughly the same size, right?
No, bro. Fucking Brunson's like 5'10". Nash is like 6'3". Oh
yeah, okay. I think this is more of a preference thing, but honestly, like if I had to pick one, I'd be like, okay, I value the MVPs in the Eastern Conference, and I value the Finals MVP more. If you ask me personally who I want, I'd pick Brunson personally. But I can understand where people are coming from, but I wouldn't pick. Not only that, it's just I think that first of all, Steve Nash has one more MVP that he shouldn't. Should be one MVP, and I don't want to disrespect him like that, but I'd probably take Brunson if it was my personal list. I'd put Brunson over.
I agree 100%. Everybody knows my opinion on Steve Nash, vastly overrated. CEO, multiple times he went to the conference championship, couldn't even make a finals. He's choked on multiple occasions to Kobe, to Tim Duncan, to a lot of people. And he's had Dirk at one point. He's had Amani Stoudemire with Sean Marion and couldn't get the job done. So I would take Brunson over Steve Nash. Coming in next, Russell Westbrook, CEO.
Okay, well, I just want to point something out.
All right.
Before we get into Russell Westbrook's accolades, I have to point out my bias. I just don't like. First of all, off the rip, we both know we're taking Brunson over Westbrook, and we know that. But to play devil's advocate, I will go down his individual list. But it's like if you watch basketball throughout the Russell Westbrook experience, you know exactly what he is, and like no one would seriously pick Brunson over Westbrook. If this was somebody that never watched the sport and only looked at the accolades, then maybe you have an argument. But listen, he won 1 MVP. He had 9 All-Stars, 9 All-NBAs. He has the NBA record triple-doubles and 4 triple-double seasons. So that's very impressive. That's Hall of Fame stats. No hate here, nothing like that. But if you
he owes the record for most triple-doubles ever.
Right, but if you watched, and I'm not trying to take away things from Russ, but if you watched him, you know that a lot of that year that him trying to get the record was him trying to get the record over winning.
Yeah.
And yes, his individual accolades are more impressive than Brunson's, but I don't think anyone seriously would take Russell Westbrook because you know what he is. He's a inefficient basketball player. He's a stat patter. Let's just call it what it is. And that's what he is. So because I know who Russell Westbrook is, I'm clearly picking Brunson over.
Not even a question. Jalen Brunson's way better than Russell Westbrook. All right. Let's get disrespectful here, CEO.
Right,
Russell Westbrook is the most overrated player in NBA history.
I agree with that.
I stand by that. Listen, I've never seen a guy get an MVP because a teammate left him. He got a sympathy. I'm gonna say this right here, right now. CEO, you pay attention to the chat because I can't see it.
Yeah.
Joel Embiid, it deserved his MVP more than Russell Westbrook. Someone has to say, I don't like Embiid. I like Russ way more than I like Embiid. But, bro, CEO, he won the MVP back in 2016, right? When KD went to the Warriors.
All right.
CEO, in 2016, who are you taking? All right, let's just go down the list. Are you taking LeBron in 2016 or Russell Westbrook in 2016?
LeBron.
Kevin Durant or Russell Westbrook?
KD.
Steph or Russell Westbrook?
Steph.
And just keep this in mind, this is 2016 CEO that we're talking about.
Right.
Kawhi Leonard or Russell Westbrook?
Kawhi.
James Harden or Russ?
I hate to say this, but yeah, I think, unfortunately, yeah, probably James Harden.
Kyrie Irving or Russ?
Yeah, Kyrie.
That's 6 players I just named right off the bat that you would take over Russell Westbrook. He got an MVP because KD left him. It's like one of those like baby mamas who gets knocked up by a bum and the bum leaves her. Now she's like on social media complaining and everybody's giving her sympathy. It's like, no, bitch, you don't deserve any fucking sympathy. You didn't do anything. CEO, he was the 6th seed. He was the 6th seed.
Yeah.
How people are like, oh, well, that's a benefit. He had to overcome being like, no, maybe if he was actually a good teammate, Kevin Durant would have never left his ass. I don't give a fuck. How can you be valuable if you're the 6th seed and you're not even a top 5 player in the NBA? Come on, man.
Yeah, I agree. It's like if you like, this is one of those things that his accolades are very impressive, but you have to have watched him to understand like that he's basically kind of fraudulent, right? And
absolutely,
I'll say this about Russ: he is probably the most athletic point guard in the history of the NBA. I'll say it.
Yeah, and I like Russ. He's very entertaining to watch.
Like I love his playing with him because of his dunks back in the day. So I'll say that.
Absolutely. I love Russ, but people need to put Russell Westbrook in perspective. And yes, prime for prime, I'm taking Brunson over Russell Westbrook, not taking him every single day of the week and twice on Sundays. Not even a fucking question. Speaking of that, CEO, CP3, CEO. All right, CEO. Here's where it's going to get interesting, all right?
Right,
First,
yeah.
Emmanuel Paul. You know what I'm saying? Oh, he's from California. I did not know that. But CEO, Brunson or CP3?
All right, so this is one of those arguments that make me sick, right? Because CP3 is one of the best pure point guards to ever play the game, and he has 12 All-Stars, 11 All-NBAs. He has 9 All-Defensive teams. Bro's like barely 5'11".
Rookie of the year.
And he has 5. Like, you know how impressive it is to be like barely 5'11" and have 9 all-defensive teams. He's been a 5-time assist leader. He's been a 6-time steals leader, and then and I think arguably you could say he's been the best point guard of his generation, right?
Agreed.
Like this
whoa, I mean Curry. I mean, we're
I don't. Like, I don't think they're only how many years so far? Like 4?
Yeah, somewhere around there.
Oh, he's one of them. Now, he's like Chris Paul is one of those people. If he had one chip, just one, he'd be. This wouldn't even probably be a conversation. And he's so impressive, and I respect Chris Paul's game so much. And unlike Westbrook, like you knew that Chris Paul knew how to play the game. He was a commander. He was so good at what he did, but he just came up short so many times at the end. But like his accolades are so impressive. He is a Hall of Famer. It's just from an individual career perspective, it's hard for me to take like Brunson over Paul, but it's one of those things where like that Brunson has the it factor more than Paul does.
Yep.
Paul is a better basketball player, if that makes sense. So it's one of those things where it's kind of like technically, that Chris Paul is better. Like, he's a better technical basketball player. But like Brunson does have more of the it factor, which is very highly valuable in basketball. Like the whole clutch moments, like the moment is never too big for him. Like that it factor is so strong. This is kind of like, to put it in like who can I compare this to in like let's just say let's say I hate to say this, but it's like, all right, because I don't want to just disrespect Brunson, but it's one of those things where it's kind of like, all right, like Chris Paul is like what's that nigga? Is it the rapper Rakesh?
Yeah.
Or he's kind of like okay, how about this? He's kind of like Nas, right?
All right.
Where it's kind of like, technically he's better. Like technically he's better than and like Brunson's let's say he's who's a very popular rapper. I don't want to say he's Drake. Okay, let's say he's Drake, right?
All right.
Like technically, Nas is better. He's like, he's better at the craft. But at the same time, that Drake will always sell out, right?
Drake has a Grammy.
Like he has the Grammy, he always sells out. But even though that Nas is technically better, he's a better technicality. But if you had to pick one, you probably pick Drake only because he'll get it done. So unfortunately, with the heavy heart, I have to pick Brunson. Even though if somebody said they take CP3, I wouldn't argue with them. But I would pick. I think if push come to shove, I'll pick Brunson.
Listen, and as CEO's a Celtics fan, I know that hurts him in his heart. You know what I'm saying? Listen, everybody knows I love CP3. But CEO, we have to take this into account. And we have to, when we're doing stuff like this, CEO, at least on my channel, we have to take into account the stats, the accomplishments, yes, but we also have to take into account some of the things that we don't see, or some of the things that we see that are not numbers based. They're just based in just human reality. CEO, CP3 has left a disdainful taste in a lot of his teammates. From going back to Blake Griffin and DeAndre Jordan, from James Harden to this current situation with the Clippers. CP3 has destroyed a lot of teams. He's a CEO. We might have to go here. He's a cancer on the team. All the coaches and all the teammates. Like, I can understand if it's like one or two, fine, whatever. It's an alpha male sport. You're going to CEO. A lot of teams dislike him. A lot of reports of people disliking him. At some point, he's an asshole. And when you're the leader, that has to be a demerit against you. Meanwhile, Brunson took Karl Anthony Towns, who was revealed as a soft-ass pussy, to now he's an NBA champion.
He's a better leader, and he has more it factor. And it's unfortunate because I feel like one championship for Paul would have like fixed this whole issue, but Like you can't erase the inefficiencies. He had multiple opportunities. He's the coach, right?
Mhm.
He's again, this is not a disrespect to Paul, right? He's because this is not me trying because I'm not comparing them directly, but he like Chris Paul is kind of like Thibodeau, right? Like he'll elevate a team. Like if you have a garbage team and you bring in Chris Paul, he'll elevate you, right?
Uh-huh.
He'll make you better than you ever were before, but he will never close it out.
Yep.
You have to bring in somebody else to close it out because he can't close it out. He'll elevate you. He'll give you competitive. He'll bring you to the dance, but he can never close it out.
Yeah, that's a fact. Meanwhile, Jalen Brunson will make the right decision and he'll take the last shot. CP3. I mean, CEO, like you said, one championship, it's not even a conversation. But guess what, CEO? He had his chance in Phoenix. And what happened? CP0 showed up. He couldn't close out. So,
Yeah,
going
unfortunately.
a 2-0 lead. So, speaking of that, CEO, Jason Kidd. CEO.
Okay. Well, here's the thing. Now he does have the championship, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm gonna be honest, it's like, and again, I've never been like extremely high on Jason Kidd.
You win, Brandon.
I like I'm not here to disrespect him or anything. It's just I've never been like super like every time like I've been offered an opportunity to play as Jason Kidd. I usually like 9 out of 10 opportunities I'd skip over it. I'm just being honest. Like I've never been super impressed with him. Like his resume is impressive. He has 1 NBA championship, 10 All-Stars, 6 All-NBAs, 9 All Defensive, and like I said, any point guard that plays defense is impressive to me. And he has 2nd all-time assists. You know, and he's also a Hall of Famer. So like bar for bar, like he beats Brunson in probably every category, right? So like if somebody said, yeah, I'd rather have Jason Kidd over Brunson, I'd understand it because he also has the NBA championship along with it. But at the same time, like I'm putting things a little bit into perspective. I think Jason Kidd, when he won the championship, was that with Dirk?
Wait, did he win a championship?
No, well, when did Jason Kidd win a championship with Dirk, right?
Oh, yeah, with Dirk in 2011. Yeah.
Right, Dirk. So now you have to put it a little bit in perspective. Now, he won a championship with Dirk, I think, towards the later end of his career.
Yes.
He wasn't the primary factor. I think Dirk was the guy.
Yeah.
So he didn't really he wasn't the main guy on the championship team. So you have to put that into perspective. So he wasn't the main guy. Like you can argue with Brunson is like he was the main guy.
Yep.
With Jason Kidd, he wasn't the main guy, and it was towards the latter end of his career. If it was more towards his prime, then I'd be like, yeah, you could credit him a lot more. But you know, it's still a championship, but there is kind of like a little bit of an asterisk next to it because of that.
CEO, Jason Kidd did lead his team to a finals with the Nets losing to Shaq and Kobe.
Yeah, that is true. Now, the thing is, I do like this is a very close one for me. But I love that Jason Kidd plays defense. Like Brunson defensively is not as good as Kidd or most of these people. Let's just be honest. That's part of the lack of his game. But like,
now Brunson can steal. He can steal, but once again, Brunson is 5'10". So like,
yeah, I mean, Jason Kidd says he's 6'4", so I guess it does make it easier for him. Yeah, it was good TOP. This is very close for me, but if you had to tell me who I'd rather go with, like, I'm going to go because I like Brunson better as a personality and a leader. So I would go with Brunson over Kidd. Maybe it's a little bit of a personal bias because I've never been high on Kidd. I don't know why. Like, I don't hate him like Brandon does, but I haven't ever been really high on him. So I'll go Brunson for it factor, leadership. And for that, I'll go Brunson for that, but it's close.
Brandon's gonna kill you for saying he's close. He hates Jason Kidd.
I don't hate him.
Jason Kidd was kind of like the Tyrese Halliburton of his era, where you have to actually look at his impact. The guy did bring his team to a finals. He won a finals with the Mavs, but I will have to take Brunson over Kidd. All the fact that Brunson was more clutch. Brunson was he's the guy. Kidd was the guy, but like Brunson has more of the it and intangibles more than Jason Kidd. Not even a fucking question. Not even a question. So
now this is all contingent on the fact that Brunson plays at a high level continuing forward, right? Like if he fell off a cliff, and never won any. Like, I'm not saying he has to win another championship, but I'm saying like if he doesn't play at all, like he's just a bum out there, then this will probably change.
All right, say like for the next 5, 6, 7 years, he's still averaging 25 and 8, makes a couple conference championships, maybe makes a finals appearance.
Correct. That's what I'm. That level. Yeah, that's what
we're evaluating on that.
Right.
So speaking of that, we have John Stockton, CEO.
Okay, this is interesting. All right, John Stockton. So he's a 10th. He's a 10 all-star NBA. He has 11 all NBAs. He's an NBA. He's the NBA all-time assists leader.
Yep,
he's the NBA all-time steals leader. And he's a Hall of Famer. And we all know Stockton's a legend, bro. Just Stockton. Stockton is the premier point guard that a lot of people looked up to. Well respected. One of the most beautiful passes to ever play the game. It's just nothing but respect. I don't want to slander Stockton. Nothing but respect. Now, I don't think he won anything, right?
Nope. He went to 2 finals back to back and lost to Jordan twice.
Oh, he did. Okay, listen, he lost to Jordan. Bro, that is such bad luck. Bro, it's just like I respect Stockton so much. But at the same time, I don't know, because like he did play with Moses Malone, right? Karl Malone. He played with Karl Malone.
Pedophile.
Which we don't like around here. All right. Even though we don't like Karl Malone, his impact was great. You have to acknowledge that. So it's not like Stockton did it by himself, because he didn't. You know what? For the sake of this one, I'm gonna go with Brunson.
I'm gonna go with Brunson as well too.
But it's close.
It is close. Stockton, back-to-back finals appearances. That's not a coincidence. Stockton, you can't look at the numbers. The guy, one of the best passers. He was probably the best point guard in his era, because Magic was retired at the time. Obviously, CP3, Curry weren't even around. He was the best point guard in his era, but at the same time, could not get the job done. He had Karl Malone, couldn't get it done, and they both choked. I understand it's Jordan. I get it. I understand it, but you choked in crucial moments. So
now, did Brunson have a partner as good as Karl Malone on his team?
I mean, I guess you could say Cat, but Cat's nowhere near. I mean, he's a better shooter than Malone, but I mean, I don't think all time you could take Cat over Malone at this point. Malone's an MVP, so
I don't think anyone would take Cat over Malone on the screen.
Well, at least on the basketball court, as a person, I would take Cat over.
Yeah, obviously, obviously.
I'm saying. All right, CEO. Oscar Robinson, the Big O.
The Big O.
All right, you know what I'm saying? Hall of Famer, 12-time All-Star, 6-time CIS champ, won the championship with Kareem, 11-time All-Star, Rookie of the Year, the whole 9. Hall of Famer, the Big O, the second most triple-doubles in history. Russell Westbrook breaking it. Oscar Jalen Brunson, CEO.
Oscar Robertson, like you said, an NBA champion, NBA MVP, 12-time All-Star, 11 All-NBA, first player to triple-double for a season and not doing it to impress people like someone we know. And he's a Hall of Famer, bro. I mean, I think I have to give it an Oscar, because I'm very impressed with the resume. I respect him a lot, and I respect everything he's done. He did win a championship with who? He won it with Kareem, right?
Yeah, with the Bucks towards the later end of his career.
So, like, whose championship do I think is more impressive? Probably Brunson.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason I say that is because it was towards the latter end of Oscar's career. And again, Kareem is like you can argue he's better than Jordan if you want to, right?
Definitely.
Like Kareem is so like Brunson's championship is more impressive. So it's close. The only reason I favor Oscar a little bit is he's really good, but at the same time, if you value championships more, I understand why someone would pick Brunson, but it's very close for me, like very close. And I think that for now, I need to see a little bit more from Brunson, just a little bit extra, just a little extra more. But for now, I'll put Oscar.
I will go Oscar as well too, but I will say this.
Yeah,
this is according to a lot of the old heads I live that I work, because a lot of I work at a hotel for elderly people. A lot of people, CEO,
okay,
compare Oscar Robertson to Westbrook, where
oh,
he was a triple-double guy, phenomenal freak, but he cared more about stats than winning. And you can see that with the Sacramento Kings. It wasn't until later in his career where he, and the one thing that he'll have over us is that he was like, all right, I do want to win. And fortunately, he went to Kareem and won a championship. I will have to give it to Oscar at this point. But in context, if Brunson gets a few more All-Stars, maybe a conference championship, if he gets another championship, it's over. But I will give it to Oscar, but Brunson's nipping on his heels because I do feel like Oscar was a more phenomenal freak than Brunson was.
Yeah, maybe this is one of those situations where if we actually if we were around when he played and we watched it, maybe we would have a different opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Because like I said, this is one of those things where if someone that didn't watch basketball looked at Russ's resume, they'd be like, I'd probably take him over fucking Brunson.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like if you watched it, so maybe this is one of those situations because we never were around to watch it to have context around it. But what I will say is that I'll slightly give him the respect over him. But like I said, like I feel like if Brunson just stays on his current trajectory, he'll get past.
I agree 100%. Jerry West, CEO, the logo. All right. Hall of Famer, 14-time All-Star, 1960 to 1970 scoring champion, assist champion, 1972 NBA champion, 12-time All-Star, all NBA, all 5-time All Defensive Players, Finals MVP in 69, MVP in 72, CEO, the logo.
I think you have to wait. Who did he play with? When did he win again? What year?
He won in 72. That was Elgin Baylor retired, so he won with he won with older Wilt Chamberlain.
Okay. I have to give it to the logo here, and the only reason I'll say that is because his career is so impressive. 14 All-Stars, 10 All-NBA teams. Finals MVP, NBA champion, so it does match Brunson in that aspect. And I think he was the primary force, right? Because old Will Chamberlain, like his personal resume is ridiculous. Now, I guess some people give him extra. I won't give him extra credit for being the logo. I think that's just a timing thing. So, but his personal resume as playing, I'd give him the edge. So, because he has way more All-Star MVPs and more All NBA teams. So I'll give it to him.
I'll give it to Jerry. I mean, see, I'll say this, right? Yeah. Jerry West averaged 27 points throughout a career without a 3-point line. That should tell you how great it was.
Yeah.
I mean, so it is what it is. He was the main guy for that 72 championship. Elgin Baylor was a better player, but Elgin Baylor was derailed by injuries. And as soon as he left the team, him and older Will won a championship. So I'll give him that. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Isaiah Thomas, speaking of him, Detroit Pistons, Isaiah Thomas. Hall of Famer, 12-time All-Star, 84 assist champ, 2-time MVP, 5-time All-NBA, 2 times as an MVP Finals, All-Rookie, Finals, 2-time as MVP and Finals MVP at 89 and 90. CEO, IT versus Brunson. Who you got?
I think. Well, I got Isaiah Thomas. And I think he's also the most underrated point guard of all time. But yeah, because he's like the bad boy Pistons. He was literally the head of that. You have to, he was the one that stopped Jordan from more titles.
Yeah.
Like the amount of like respect I have for Isaiah Thomas and what he's done, and the amount of times people have disrespected him because they like Jordan, and because of the league disliked them, like you said previously. But I don't know, man. Like, yeah, Isaiah Thomas's resume is too impressive for me, so I got to go with Isaiah Thomas.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just CEO. I mean, I'm gonna tell you what I told Brandon over the phone. Isaiah Thomas beat Larry Bird, Michael Jordan, Magic Johnson all in the same playoff run.
Okay.
I mean, come on, bro. What are we doing here?
That's insane. Like, yeah, Isaiah Thomas is people need to give him his respect, because they want to glaze Jordan so much that they want to disrespect. So,
yeah, so is what it is there. Oh, I thought Egypt scored. Come on, Salah, damn. Steph, Chef, look at Curry. I'm gonna be the first to tell you, CEO, I'm taking Brunson. No, I'm playing.
We're now at this is not even competitive territory now. So.
CEO, it's Jalen Brunson, all right? Do you see Jalen Brunson's wife going on podcasts slandering him? All right, CEO?
No, I like Brunson as a person way better than Curry. I'll say that. Now, I like him as a person better than Curry. But, like, you can't, like, as much as I dislike Curry, like, I don't like him as a person like that. Like, you look at those numbers. I mean, look at that resume, bro. Like, you can't, like goddamn, bro. Like,
oh man, yeah, Brunson, I love you. I fucking love you. You gave me one of the best moments in my life, winning a championship. But it's fucking. CEO. CEO. Let me ask you this question.
Yeah.
Steph Curry is 37 right now.
Yeah.
He's turned 37. Do you still consider him? I'm not saying is he, but can you still consider him being in the top 10 right now when healthy?
Yeah, I could when he's healthy. Yeah, because he didn't win. He won not that long ago.
22 against your bum ass Celtics.
Unfortunately, but he didn't. Yo, I didn't know he's from Akron, Ohio.
Yeah, him and LeBron were born in the same hospital.
Goddamn. What are they putting? No, I didn't know he was from Akron. Oh, damn.
You gotta get your ball knowledge up. Brandon, can you roast CEO for not knowing that? That's Brandon knew that like fucking 10 years ago, bro.
Yo, they're putting something in the water in Akron. Goddamn. But anyway,
But I mean, I think he was raised in Carolina because obviously his dad played for the Hornets at the time. So
yeah, but yeah, like you could make the argument, and I think a lot of people that Steph is like could be number one. So, like, I don't believe that, but he could be number one.
Man, I mean, CEO, I love Brunson, I do, but I mean, I hate to do this, man. I love Brunson, but we're looking at Steph right now.
Yeah.
All right. And then look at Brunson.
Goddamn.
Fuck, man. It's like shit. It is what
but
it is.
I'll say this. That one championship meant more to New Yorkers than all 4 or 5 of Curry's championships.
I will agree with that. Now, CEO, let me ask you this, just kind of off topic. If the Warriors somehow, some way get Giannis and try to build a team around Steph once again, and he gets that 5th ring, are we gonna have to start having conversations with Steph Curry in the top 5 greatest players of all time?
Yeah, absolutely. Like, You know, the benefit that Steph has, right,
Mm-hmm.
is that his game was never dependent on size,
Yeah.
elite defense, or athleticism. Because of that, his type of game is you can be like 40 and still play at that level because he's not dependent on any of that. So that's why I say he's still in his prime. As long as he could stay healthy, right? Like he's easily a top point guard in the league without a question.
Yeah. And speaking of that, let's end off with Magic Johnson, CEO. Obviously, I'm taking Brunson here. Brunson's he's more healthier to the human population than Magic Johnson. You know what I'm saying? He's not raising a transgender son. So, I mean, Brunson all the way.
Well, I mean, Brunson, I didn't know. Well, Brunson's a better person. I can guarantee you that. But this is the gold standard. You know, Magic Johnson is the gold standard of point guards. He's one of he's one of the most revered figures in all of basketball. His rivalry was the best rivalry. He's the gold standard, the absolute number one. There's nothing much you can say about it. It's not even you know, the only person that can compete with him at this point is Steph, but that's about it.
No, I agree. Man, hurts me to say that, but you know, so Brunson is a top. So we're not taking Brunson obviously over Magic, Curry, Isaiah, Jerry, and Oscar. So he leaves him at the top 5. We're taking him over Stockton.
I would, but I would. Yeah, I would.
We're taking him over Kid.
Yeah.
We're taking him over CP3.
Yeah.
We're taking him over Russ, obviously.
Yeah.
We're taking him over Nash. So that leaves Brunson in the top 10.
Now, there are players that the list didn't name that I want you to consider.
All right, go ahead.
Would you take him over Walt Frazier? Walt Frazier is a 2-time NBA championship, one for your Knicks, obviously. 7-time All-Star, 7-time All-Defense, and a Hall of Fame.
I would take Brunson over Walt Frazier.
You would?
Yes, I know Walt has. I've long and hard thinking about it. Walt Frazier wasn't the best player on the team. It was Willis Reed. Walt Frazier was a great player. Don't get it twisted, but Brunson was hands down the best player.
Okay. All right, that's fine.
So 82-0 has I saw Brandon. I was actually playing it earlier this week. I was actually gonna tell you, but I just forgot. So I mean, yeah, man. I mean, Brunson, shout out to Jalen Brunson, you know, the captain, you know, winning the finals, bringing the greatest sports championship ever. So you have to agree.
Man.
And speaking of that, we'll wrap up this by saying, so CEO.
Yeah.
And this is according to Shams, I believe.
All right.
Read this report. I sent it to Brandon. Giannis Antetokounmpo is reportedly expected to be traded within the next 48 hours, according to multiple reports.
Ooh.
Now, there was just a thing a day ago saying that he doesn't want to leave Milwaukee. Now, this is coming out CEO. 2 questions. Where do you think Giannis will go? And number 2, is this whole Giannis thing kind of starting to get withered out now?
Yeah, I mean, the whole back and forth that Giannis, like, I want to stay, I want to go. Like, he's very indecisive as a person.
Still tied you.
Yeah, right. He's very indecisive as a person.
Yeah.
And, you know, that kind of has that kind of like passive aggressive female energy at times.
Yeah.
And, you know, I don't like that. But, like he's trying, like he doesn't know whether he wants to be like Wemby, all disrespectful, or he doesn't want to know if he wants to be all meek and nice. So he's kind of like he's very back and forth with this. So that's why he ends up in a very passive aggressive way. So, you know, that could be that is very annoying. Now, there are 3 teams for him, right?
All right. See, I'm listening to all 3.
Now, I'm hearing rumblings that obviously my Celtics are in the mix.
Whoa, let's go.
Wow.
Egypt, baby. Come on. Egypt up 0. Let's go.
All right.
Wait, not Egypt. Fuck. Man, they fucked up the score. I wasn't looking at the team. What's the name?
Yeah.
Another one's one. Damn it. Come on, Salah. Do something, bro.
So the most teams we're hearing about is Boston, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
We're hearing a lot about the Miami Heat.
Okay.
We're hearing even some rumblings about the Timberwolves.
Because Julius Randle's a bum.
Which is very interesting, but you know what? I'm gonna go with the wild card here. And out of those teams, like, who do I think has the easier time to acquire him? I would say probably the Celtics, because they could probably move off of the bum Brown. And you know, they take that because, again, like, everyone perceives Brown as this all encompassing force.
Trust me, CEO. We just dealt with this shit.
Right.
We just dealt with it a couple days ago. He's in the comments, Brandon.
You know what I'm saying? So like, I could legitimately see the Celtics being like the favorites to get him, but I will say, but I don't feel like that's going to happen. I feel like it's going to be a wild card, right? Where it's kind of like the team that everyone probably points to is Boston.
Yeah,
but that doesn't always happen like that, and you know that. You know what? This kind of feels like the team. You know, this is kind of the situation where Mitchell, everyone was like, "Oh, he's going to New York. He's going to New York. He's going to New York," and then boom, he doesn't go to New York. He goes to Cleveland, right? So I feel like this is what's gonna happen to Milwaukee with Giannis. But who is that? I don't think he's gonna go to Boston. I don't. I think that's the team that everyone thinks he's gonna go to, but he'll end up somewhere else. Now, where do we think that he'll end up? Is where I want. Like, who do you got?
I got Golden State.
Okay, so that's your wild card.
My wild card is Golden State because CEO, right? I'll look at it from this perspective, right?
Yeah.
Steve Kerr came back after multiple disappointing years. Steph Curry re-upped with the Warriors.
All right.
And listen, I'm not trying to shit because I've been on Curry. I've been fucking shit on Curry for years. Like, bro, leave. Maybe they're promising him Giannis. And if Giannis with Curry, that's a problem in the West.
All right.
So I will say that another wild card. Could you see the Pistons or Orlando getting him maybe?
Yeah. Now, yeah, I could see, like, the Pistons are a good option. And by the way, I wouldn't like him the Pistons would make sense to me because they could put him at the 4 or they could put Duren at the 4, but they'll probably keep Duren at the 5 and put him at the 4. So you have the size there. That makes sense. Some super black horses you could point to the Trailblazers. That's like a super black horse.
Fucking genocide ass.
With the denocide, as they call them. Now, the Rockets are an option.
You trade KD.
Because that nigga's a bum. And then you put Giannis in there. Now, hold up. We know OKC could. They could. We talked about this in the past, right? Whether that's a smart thing or do that, like, we already discussed that, right? But they could, and you know they could because they got the assets.
Mm-hmm.
Now, OKC's one of them. The Spurs could. The Spurs also have the assets. They could. I don't know if that'd be this. What if the Spurs did something like that? What would you think about, like, Giannis and Wemby?
I'm gonna say this, all right? If Giannis knows, listen, and you know what? Hold on. I'm looking at the Giannis. I'm gonna just keep it real with you. Giannis really never came off to me as an alpha male. I mean, obviously, he won a championship, but I mean, Giannis's leadership has been questioned. I showed you the Miles Turner clip, CEO. the whole indecisive, passive aggressive thing, kind of like you said it, kind of like a female.
Yeah.
Him going to the Spurs and being the second play, kind of like a KD-esque kind of
Right.
thing, where it's like, okay, if we win, I'll get some credit. Wemby will get all the credit, and I'm winning. But if I lose, Wemby will get all the blame, and nothing's scathed on me.
Right.
I feel like that will work for him. And
Yeah.
if that's the mindset he's going in with, and if Popovich and Mitch Johnson tell him, hey, listen, we understand you're the champion. We understand that you have more accolades. You're still in your prime, but this is Wemby's team. You fall in line. Kind of like a Wade and Shaq kind of thing.
Yeah, you know, Giannis could be David Robinson's to Wemby's Tim Duncan.
That's actually a great comp. And the benefit is Giannis is only 33. He still has a good 2 to 3 years left.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay, see.
Yeah, no, because they could do it. Because let's be honest.
I'm looking at it from this perspective, right? Yeah. You can take, because Wemby will be the center, but like Giannis is more of a paint guy. Wemby likes to shoot the three, so you can just put Giannis in the paint. He can get the rebounds and shit like he does.
Yeah, he can do the dirty work. And he's a much more muscular guy, very like more bigger physically in that aspect, right? Yeah. And the thing is, they have the capital, the draft capital. Not only that, they can move off of Fox. They could, and they could throw in. They could be like, listen, I'm not saying like they could live in a world where they could throw out Fox. They could throw out Vassell. They could throw out a ton of picks. Like they could give up a lot of those pieces. If they can keep Wemby, Dylan Harper, and Castle as the core, and move everything else, right? With their draft picks, and they can get a Giannis, that's a hard lineup to beat. That's a hard lineup to beat.
So their starting lineup will be Castle with Dylan Harper, Champagnie, Giannis, and fucking Wemby. Holy shit.
Yeah.
That's an untouchable. Would that be up there with the 2017-18 Golden State?
Yeah, because listen, a lot of people sleep on Champagnie, but Champagnie is a fucking marksman.
Trust me, I know. He was fucking lighting up the Knicks, but hey, it is what it is. See, I got one more dark horse for you. Especially since this team kind of had a resurgence and this certain player had a resurgence.
Right.
And they have the number 5 pick, the LA Clippers.
Yeah. I hope he doesn't go there, bro.
I mean, bro, you're pairing Kawhi's still showing that he still has something left in the tank. You bring Giannis on, man.
Like, because let's be honest, like, I don't think they'll win anything, right?
Oh, like something. Or shit, CEO. Yeah. There's another team that's kind of. Oh, how many draft? So they only have one. I mean, what if? All right, let's look at it from this perspective, CEO.
Yeah.
What if the Cavs with Donovan Mitchell, they trade Harden and Mobley, some draft capital, and get Giannis, pair him up with Mitchell?
That's interesting too. That's very interesting.
I don't want it to happen because I kind of want Donovan to leave Cleveland, but it pains me to say this. I don't feel like Cleveland's going to give up on Donovan, especially since he made the conference championship and lost to the champions. So it's like you get Giannis with Mitch, you move off of that bum Harden.
Yeah. Like, could they make it work in a situation where it's like you got Mitchell, you can get Giannis, and maybe you could get like LeBron on some kind of deal to do a farewell tour with him?
That would be crazy. And then that would be crazy. Because now I'm thinking about LeBron can play the point. I was going to say, like, LeBron at this stage, like, obviously he's not the same. LeBron playing the point, and you know he can play point because he's fucking one of the smartest basketball players ever.
Yeah.
I hope that doesn't happen. I'm just thinking about that as a Knicks fan. I hope that does not happen.
I mean, that'd be fun to watch. Like, the teams that I'd like to see him go to, like, listen, I'm going to be honest, like, Miami's really high up there. I don't want him to go to Miami. And the reason I don't, because it's boring. He's going to end, like, he's going, if he goes to Miami, he's retiring. That's what he's doing. He's going to retire. the teams I'd like to see him on that'd be fun as a fan to watch: the Spurs, the Cavaliers.
Cavaliers. What about OKC?
That'd be interesting to watch because I want to see if it works or it's a complete disaster, right?
So the Celtics.
Right. So OKC would be fun. Now with the Celtics, I'm a little bit nervous because Brandon really wants to see it happen, so I'm a little bit nervous on that. But the Pistons would be fun to watch too. The Pistons.
What about Golden State?
Yeah, Golden State too would be fun to watch. The teams I do not want to go, not Miami and the Clippers. Please don't go to Clippers, bro.
Why not the Clippers, CEO?
Like I'm tired of. I want that team to die, bro. Just die already. Like just go away. Like rebuild. I don't want to see the Clippers get any. I want to see them move off of Kawhi so we can have discussions on where can Kawhi go to like make things really interesting.
Yeah, I agree 100%. Could you see the Lakers making a run from it if they let go of LeBron?
Yeah, yeah.
Luka with what's his name? That would be interesting.
Yeah, that would be like all these scenarios. Almost every scenario is interesting, except wait. Could the Pacers make a move for it?
No, they don't have any draft.
Okay, they don't have a draft capital. Right. Oh yeah, that stinks. Because that'd be a good pairing.
See, here's another team.
Yeah.
Now they have a low pick, but I'm assuming they could trade. What if the Nuggets trade a couple first round picks, Jamal Murray, and you pair Giannis with Joker?
Oh, yeah, that'd be deadly.
That would be tough. That'd
be deadly. Now I don't like. To me, it would be interesting to see how those personalities would work, right? Like the personalities are very. I like to see how that would work. I think they mutually respect each other, right? Yeah. But they're not both like super alpha males, right? So that'd be interesting to watch that dynamic. But in terms of like skill set, that's nice because Jokic is at the 5, but he's a way better shooter and a way better facilitator, right? So you could move Giannis to the 5 and put him at the 4. Like
100%. Yeah. I'll also say this: Giannis is more outgoing than Joker, so Giannis will get all the interviews and stuff like that. Meanwhile, Joker can sneak off in the back and relax. So that will balance out. One more team, CEO.
All right.
I was high on this team. I was correct on this team, and they just need a veteran presence, and they have 2 first round picks this year, CEO. The 14th and the 18th.
All right.
And once again, CEO, this team's in the East. So it only takes one big trade and you're a contender in the East.
Yeah, that is true.
The Charlotte Hornets. LaMelo, Concanipple, Brandon Miller, and Giannis.
That's interesting because the reason I say that's interesting is because Concanipple is a dog. Mm-hmm. And you could have made the argument that Concanipple was more deserving of the Rookie of the Year than Cooper Flagg was. Yeah. But like he's a 3-point menace. You have Brandon Miller who's decent. LaMelo Ball's up there in terms of point guards. Like you need an anchor, a guy who's already been there, already done that. Like if they got Giannis, but they could keep Melo, Concanipple, and Brandon Miller. If they could keep that core, I think that would work. I think they'd be competitive.
I agree 100%. They have 2 first-round picks, the 14th and the 18th, which will go a long way. Because I'm assuming they're going to blow it all up, so I think Miles Turner might get traded as well, too. And CEO, this was just a playing team just this year. They beat Miami. They lost to Orlando. So, I mean, it only takes one massive trade. Now, I told you about the Hornets. You mocked me. I said there'll be a playing team, and they were, CEO. You know what I'm saying? So, just to end the stream. So, we're saying Giannis. So, the least interesting are Clippers and Heat, right?
Yeah, if he goes to the Heat, it's over. Dude's retired. So,
Spurs, OKC, Boston, Hornets, Cavs, Golden State, and Lakers, maybe?
Yeah, I mean the Lakers would be very interesting because I like the whole Luca's play style probably works well with his. So
Absolutely, Luca. He's a point guard. Yeah, definitely. I mean, bro, look what he did with Kyrie.
right, so yeah, I'm very interested to see how this is going to pan out. And interesting, if they move off of him, I could see Miles Turner as like a black horse to go to the Celtics.
Damn, I would fucking hate that shit.
Yeah, like I see that happening because he's exactly the type of center, like the type of player that they like.
All right. Well, CEO, NBA free agency negotiation starts the 30th of this month at 6 p.m. But actively, the contracts will be signed July 6th. So we got some great World Cup action plus some NBA action still going on. All right.
Yeah,
You know,
it's gonna be really depressing in the fall, isn't it?
yeah, absolutely, 100%. You know what I'm saying? Because well, college football starts, and MLB will be going on, CEO. You know what I'm saying?
That's true. Yeah.
So, it is what it is. CEO, any last thoughts before the peasants as we log off until next week?
You know what I'm saying, peasants? I noticed a lot of you have been not as active the moment we talk about soccer. Stop being fags, all right?
Yeah,
Get
for
the
real.
soccer game up, nigga. Because y'all been, when we talk about the NFL and shit, y'all be chatting it up. So, y'all niggas, right. So, y'all niggas better,
Yeah, y'all tell more about Drake May and Sam Darnold more than fucking Ronaldo and Messi. You're out of your fucking minds, bro.
So, peasants, get your knowledge up. That's about it.
Yup. And until next Sunday, peace.